anyways, I kind of overslept, and then I missed my bus. And then the second bus, the Q17, it was late, so by like half an hour.
Speaking of the bus, that's run by the MTA, right?
Yeah, and the service is horrible. Yesterday, someone brought a whole bag of fish onto the bus. And then also, I had to stand because a kid was taking up the whole 3 seats because he was napping. Can you believe this?
I don't think that's the MTA's fault. I think that's just New York for you, so.
Can you believe they even tried to raise their fee to $3 back in January?
Well, it makes sense. The MTA has been struggling to pay much for the pandemic, reducing their ridership and profits.
Whatever, I get it. At least I'm here now. Let's start the show. Hello, New York.
Hello, Townsend Harris. Welcome back to
TNN.
Can you believe we're already on the 3rd week?
Oh my goodness, I know, right?
Time sure does fly by fast, but not in class. Bars, right? Right?
My bad.
But anyways, TNN will be focusing on transportation and housing for this week. On the transportation side of things, we will be covering proposals to improve the infrastructure of subways, bus routes, and focus on mass transit.
And for housing, we just got word that our candidates are discussing plans to address affordable housing and homelessness.
Today, our correspondents have landed a special segment with the public advocates Jumani Williams and Dr. Davey.
Also, make sure you stay tuned for your highly anticipated Hawk Fries Challenge. In this segment, we will be asking our candidates questions while they eat spicy foods. We will have mayoral candidates Eric Adams and you. Ooh, geez, my bad.
Why is not mayor?
I know, I read the line. Also, make sure you stay tuned for our highly anticipated Hawk Fries Challenge. In this segment, we'll be asking our candidates questions while they eat spicy foods. We'll have mayoral candidates Eric Adams and Curtis Leva, the District 20 candidates Sandra Ung and Yuching Pai,
District 22 candidates Tiffany Caban and Felicia Kalin.
And District 23 candidates Linda Lee and James Riley.
But first, here's a look back at our interest groups from week 1.
And now for a quick commercial break.
Ugh, our city agencies are so inefficient. I feel like no one ever takes my complaints seriously. I wish there was someone who could help me.
I'll listen to you.
Mr. Williams?
Please, call me Giovanni. How can I help?
It is now 2021, and Jumani Williams has revitalized the Office of Public Advocate to make it the strongest voice for all New Yorkers. Let's continue on the path of progress.
Election day, stay woke. Giovanni's no joke!
I heard that Tiffany Caban was for defunding the police and getting rid of Rikers Island. Sandra Ong is such a girl boss. I heard she wants to reduce overcrowding on MTA and make the community involved in making bus route changes.
I heard Julie Williams are Pierce's advocate who will work to fight for District 46.
I heard that Linda Lee aspires to build a sustainable future for the people of District 23.
What's happening?
You want a background check? Okay. First name Linda, last name Lee. Wanna choose me and my policies. You think I'm trash, but I'll surpass. And I'll help the lower class. And all I gotta say is, please vote me because I'm Linda. Linda. Go boast me and quote me and post me and, well, vote me.
I founded the Technology Action Group and have worked to eliminate racial injustice while combating gun violence on the advisory board of the city.
Go.
Hello, this is Selena reporting live from the Townsend Harris Courtyard, and I'm here with
The NIRH, the National Institute for Reproductive Health.
So what are your upcoming goals for this election?
We strive to empower political figures to support reproductive rights as fundamental human rights.
That's great. So what candidates are you endorsing?
We endorse Brad Landa and Sandra Ung.
Thank you for your time.
Have a good day. Hello, I'm Raquel reporting live from the Townsend Harris Courtyard. I'm with #VoteProChoice. Who are you and what are your goals for this election?
So we as #VoteProChoice, we are trying to help the citizens find candidates who coincide with our beliefs on women's right to choose. Additionally, we will be providing voter guides to help, especially the insights on which candidate is the best and right candidate for them.
And remember, pro-choice does not mean pro-abortion. It means that we support women's rights to choose what they want for their body.
Which candidates do you support?
We support Tiffany Caban, Linda Lee, Brad Lander, and Sandra
So make sure when you go vote on election day, vote for these candidates.
And hashtag vote pro choice.
Thank you for your time.
Hi, can you guys please introduce yourselves and tell me what you're advocating for?
We are the New York Civil Liberties Union. We're the New York branch of the American Civil Liberties Union. We seek to defend and educate about New Yorkers' rights so that if they are violated, New Yorkers know how to respond. And we also conduct legislative lobbying and do community organizing to make sure that everyone knows their rights.
Very nice. And who are you guys endorsing for the race?
We are a nonpartisan group, so we do not advocate for any candidate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, it's Emily live at Townsend Harris, and I'm here with Julia
And Susanna
from Planned Parenthood. So, what exactly does Planned Parenthood stand for? So, we provide healthcare services like contraceptives, medical procedures, STD testing, and emergency contraceptives. We are constantly fighting for equal access to sex ed, healthcare services, and opportunities for a better life. Awesome. So, what candidates do you guys support?
We endorse all Democratic candidates, specifically Julie Wan and Brad Lander.
So, what did you think of the candidates' performances at the kickoff rally today?
Really great, lots of energy. We love seeing our Democratic candidates get so much positive feedback from the audience, and we just wish everybody a good election soon.
Yeah, awesome, thank you. Hi, it's Emily, and today I'm here with the New York State Nurses Association. So, what does this New York State Nurses Association stand for?
So, we represent the 42,000 registered nurses in New York State. We are advocating for safe staffing ratios, healthcare for all, keeping hospitals open for care, defending public hospitals, and disaster relief.
Cool. So, what candidates do you guys endorse?
So we endorse Eric Adams for mayor, Julie Wan for District 26, and Sandra Ung for District 20.
Wow. So, what did you think of those candidates' performance at the kickoff rally yesterday?
We thought they did really well. It was really interesting to see all the interest groups come together and see all the candidates give their introductions, and we're just really excited for this year's election.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And now to our public advocate interviews.
But first, a quick commercial break.
Struggling to get to work paying fees? Under my plan, I expand the Fair Fares program, ensuring all low-income New Yorkers get free Metro cards. Rebuilding the MTA and making sure you make it to your zero band class on time is my priority.
Are you dying because of math class? Have you ever tried to work on ELA only to remember you never learned how to read? Well, with the UFT and Tiffany Caban, say goodbye to these worries. Vote Tiffany Caban for District 22 to get a healthier school life.
Come here, step up! Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of here, bully! Get out! Out right now! Oh, are you okay, young man? Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I'm Curtis C1, we're the Guardian Angels. We do not condone bullying, we do not condone crime, and we're here to save New York City. I'll be here. Thank you, young man.
Hello, Harrisites. My name is Manaya, and we are here with
Jimani Williams, city's public advocate. I'm the Democratic candidate running for re-election.
Okay, so you sponsored the Racial Impact Study Bill, also known as Intro 1572B, back in 2019, and it was recently passed in June. Could you please elaborate on what the bill would do and how it would ensure fair housing?
Sure, so this bill looks at community demographics related to affordability, safety, the people who live there. We're trying to combat the legacy of redlining and gentrification. The bill requires all city agencies to submit research. If this research indicates that the community will become economically disadvantaged, or people who live there will be forced to relocate, the rezoning will be canceled.
Mayor Bill de Blasio proposed adding 250 more police officers to regulate the subways, which is more than the city has seen in 25 years. Do you think that this will effectively address MTA safety? And if not, what do you propose?
Rather than having a hiring spree for new police officers, what the MTA should do is use its funding to improve the affordability and condition of its systems. Rather than banning the homeless and low-income New Yorkers from using the trains and buses, they should provide information and support.
And that concludes the end of this segment. Any last words for the viewers?
Well, thanks for having me, and I'd just like to say, remember on Election Day, stay woke, Jumani's no joke. Peace and blessings, everyone.
Hey TNN, this is your interviewer Ngazi Anya, and I'm here with a candidate.
My name is Dr. Devi. I'm the Republican candidate for public advocate.
So our first question is, what do you think about the affordable housing program? Do you support it, or are there like any reforms you'd like to make towards the program?
So I definitely agree with the affordable housing program. I do think it is a good initiative. However, I do have my own complaints against the system simply because I feel there's a lack of transparency, especially in the fact that usually affordable housing plans are developed, but by the time that it comes to the people, it's way too expensive. There's way too many bylaws that restrict people who need the affordable housing to truly get it.
So how do you propose the MTA deals with future deficits after 2024?
So primarily, I think that if we cater to the needs of the people, that itself will solve many of the MTA's true issues, because currently the financial and other aspects of the MTA do not cater to what the people need, hence there is a lack of ridership. I feel like if the MTA is made more accessible to different people in communities regardless of their socioeconomic or where they live, that itself will be very helpful. Additionally, I also believe in redirecting funds from big businesses to our current city. I feel like many businesses have been given the chance to grow, hence they should be encouraged to put back into the city and make sure that they're not just holding the funds that are available to them, but they are giving back to the people who truly need it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. And make sure to show the city, vote Dr. Devi on election day.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is TNN. I'm your host Farwa and you're watching Hot Ones, live from room 409. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter fries. The candidates will have plenty of hot mic moments. Today we're joined by candidates Julie Wan and Marvin Jeffcoat. Before we start, can you tell us a little bit about your campaign and what it stands for?
Oh, okay. So my name is Julie Wan. I'm the Democratic nominee for the 26th District of the New York City Council. I am working to be New York City's fiercest advocate. I want to implement free Wi-Fi into schools, and I also stand for free housing and free MTA public transportation throughout New York City.
Hi, I am Marvin Jeffcoat, and I am also running for District 26 City Council. And I am for the people, and I am for making the roads and streets safer and more efficient.
Thank you all for coming today and welcome to our show. Today, for the game show, we'll be answering 4 questions related to the platforms in transportation and economy. But with every question, your stress levels will only increase as the fries get spicy. Best of luck to all the contenders here today, and stay spicy. Okay, first question. What is your take on the MTA and what proposals, if any, do you have? You guys can start either.
So my take on the MTA is that the MTA is not running efficiently enough for New York City residents. I want to improve the MTA by passing the Fair Fares program, which will help low-income New Yorkers by providing them with free or reduced Metro cards. In addition, I want to increase bus lanes in the city to help buses run more efficiently throughout the day.
Simply, my plan for the MTA is to expand on the current subway and bus routes so that we can reduce the overcrowding.
Okay. Next question. How do you plan to address the current homeless shelter overcrowding issue in New York City? And what is your take on the affordable housing situation? You guys can be prepared.
Nice. So I'm all for affordable housing. I want to make sure that everyone has a right to housing. I think housing is a human right and we should put people over profit. So I want to stop big companies from buying lands, and I want to invest that money that big companies are using to buy lands to build housing for all people.
Homeless veterans take up a main percentage of the homeless people in NYC. So to support that, I want to increase the funds for veteran protection programs. And as for affordable housing, I'm for it when people are compensated for it. And landlords should be able to evict tenants who don't pay their rent.
Next question. So this is a debate question. You have a chance to tell viewers why they should vote for you on election day. What do you believe makes you a better than your opponent? You guys can take it forward.
So my experience working with the FDA and the CDC in technology transformation has made me a qualified candidate compared to my opponent, Marvin Jeffco. I feel like I am very qualified for this position because I'm also very involved in the community. I volunteer locally with Astoria, Long Island City, Woodside, and Astoria, Long Island City, Woodside, and Sunnyside. So I'm also really involved in these communities, volunteering weekly and making sure that my community is getting better each day.
So, I'm more qualified than my candidate, Julie Wan, because I'm a leader. And as you guys may know, I retired from commander in the military in 2004. So I know what it takes to lead the people of District 26. I am for the people, and I am also very patriotic.
I used to be so embarrassed by that, always telling corny dad jokes or nerd on the city council. But honestly, that's the type of control we need. Someone whose idea of fun is pouring over city budgets, and that's why he's endorsed by AOC, Elizabeth Warren, Jumaane Williams, and me, despite the dad jokes.
I'm Brad Laner, and I approve this message.
My name is Marvin Jeffco, and I'm for making the roads safer and more efficient.
Before we start, can you tell us a little bit about your campaign and what it stands for?
My campaign stands for the people, okay? I'm a people's person. I care deeply about the homeless people, I care deeply about the working class, and I care deeply about the animals, okay? I'm a people's person, and I know what the city needs, and that's why I'm running for mayor.
My campaign is about the public and health safety of our citizens. I believe that our crime rates should be they are drastically high, and I believe that they can go low. I believe our public and health safety is very important, and that suits me from here.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming today, and welcome to our show. Today, for the game show, we'll be answering 4 questions related to your platforms and the transportation and economy. But with every question, your stress levels will only increase as the fries get spicier. Best of luck to all the candidates, and stay spicy. First question, what is your take on the MTA and what proposals, if any, do you have? Take a bite.
My take on the MTA is that I believe to increase the bus lanes in our city to
have you ever had a dream that you had
any safety or health loss of our people, and to reduce traffic because of how buses causes many traffic. I also believe to lower down the service, to higher the services, because there's many out of service buses and many people get late because of work.
Now look here, okay? New York City public transportation has the highest crime rates in record history, okay? This is unacceptable. New York City public transportation is a form of infrastructure that the people should enjoy. The people shouldn't be scared to take public transportation home. My main goal when it comes to MTA is to lower the crime rates drastically by implementing active duty police officers to patrol the subway cards, buses, bus stops, train stops, and undercover ones to drastically lower crime rates, okay? That's my goal when it comes to public transportation. Furthermore, I plan to lower delays by getting construction delays out of the way, okay? Construction delays are slowing down our public transportation. It's simply unacceptable, okay? The people deserve better.
Next question. How do you plan to address the current homeless shelter overcrowding issue in New York City? What is your take on the affordable housing situation?
This gets me emotional, okay? Oh wait, I'm sorry. Homelessness is a topic that I'm deeply passionate about, okay? It gets me emotional. And I can't deal with what's happening in New York City right now. 80,000 homeless people, an all-time high since the 1930s, is an unacceptable and frightening statistic. I plan to drastically lower homeless numbers by implementing microhomes, which are a form of permanent housing so that homeless people can get back to becoming active members of their community once again. In partnership with this, I plan on implementing career and educational counselors along with psychiatric help in homeless shelters so that homeless people get the help that they truly need. Okay? It's unacceptable, and I'm gonna fix it as mayor.
My plan for the affordable housing is to repurpose the office buildings and hotels for homeless people and the low income families. I believe that they should get help because after the pandemic they are very in a low state, and the city should help them in some state and form, and this is like one of the ways we can help them.
Third question. This is a debate question. You have a chance to tell viewers why they should vote for you on election day. What do you believe makes you a better candidate than your opponent? Take a bite. Your food.
Well, you know what? First off, I want to start off. This is not even hot. You know what? This is a joke. You see the color red over here? Okay, it's meant for flame, it's meant for heat, it's meant for power. Look at this. Water makes it worse. Okay, no problem for me. Look at this.
Nice shot!
Let's get on with it. You know what? That's what makes me the right candidate. Power, okay? Intensity, leadership, and experience, okay? I'm the founders of the Guardian Angel. The red beret you see here, 42 years of stopping crime in New York City and throughout the world. Currently, the Guardian Angels are in 30 countries worldwide in over 130 cities, okay? We stopped thousands of crime, including assault, robbery, and even rape on public transportation systems throughout New York City, okay? You know, let's take another one. No funny business.
What makes me better opponent than Curtis Leva is that I'm not anti-vax compared to him, who thinks that's against the First Amendment. But like if you think that's against your First Amendment, then you promise the cities health and safety. But if you're saying it's against your First Amendment, that means you're getting more cases in the hospitals, and that's gonna cause more people to be like, is he really a good man?
Okay, wait, just 2 seconds, guys. This is not acceptable.
This commercial is brought to you by
O'Reilly for District 23.
Today we're joined by candidates
Felicia Kalin and Tiffany Pabon.
Before we start, can you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Well, my name is Felicia Kalin. I'm running for District 22 and I'm the Republican candidate. I am here for the people and to represent the people's real needs.
I'm Tiffany Pabon. I'm also running for District 22 New York City Council. I'm a queer Latina who was born and raised in New York City, and I'm ready to fight for everyone.
Thank you. Let's take a first bite of our food. Okay. All right, first question. What is your guys' take on the MTA? Any proposals if you have?
I would like to advocate for municipal control over the MTA system. I want to make infrastructure and sewage updates to prevent flooding in our subways and also in our streets. I also want to improve and expand bus routes in transportation deserts. Subway signal updates are also needed, and I think that would also help with faster transportation in our city.
Yeah, I want to advocate for increased federal and state funding for New York City MTA. I also want to transition control over subways so that, I'm sorry, Jordan. Yeah, so I want to advocate for increased federal and state funding for the MTA. I also want to end transportation deserts, and I want to transition subway control over to the cities.
Thank you. All right, moving on to the third level of spice. This is getting spicy, guys. Yup. Okay, let's take a bite of our food. Okay, are you guys ready for your next question? Okay. Debate. You have a chance to tell viewers why they should vote for you on election day. What do you believe makes you a better candidate than the other one?
So I think I'm a better candidate than Tiffany Caban because she's a radical Democrat focused on running her specific agenda. I, on the other hand, am not here just to run one specific agenda. I'm not here to run a socialist, Democrat, or Republican agenda. I'm here for the people, unlike Tiffany. As I always say, it's people before politics.
Well, I think that people and politics go together. So I believe that in fighting all demographics. I believe that people, not just your kids, should be able to get the justice that they deserve. I think that poor, immigrant, Black, brown people should all be able to equitably live in Astoria.
And now to our hottest level. This is gonna get real hot, guys. Can you guys take a bite of your food now?
I don't want to.
Oh, she already did. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Are you guys ready for your last question?
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, what quality do you guys most admire about your opponent?
Well, I admire Tiffany's dedication to New York City. She's ran as district attorney, and now we see her again running for city council. I really admire how much she loves New York City and how much she's working towards making it better.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I'm really glad that you were able to help your community in many different ways, even though it wasn't in the political sense, especially through through your nonprofit in order in trying to help people get through trauma and human trafficking.
Thank you, guys. Any last comments for viewers?
Well, on election day, remember to vote Felicia Kalin because it's people before politics.
Yeah, on election day, remember to vote Caban. Come on, vote Caban and say bye, Felicia.
Dollar bills keep on falling for me. I love the way it feels. I came here to drop some money, dropping all my money. Drop some money, all this stuff so yummy, yeah.
That was really hot, guys. Now we're moving on to our next candidates. Can you please introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is James Riley. I'm running for District 23 City Council on the Republican side, and I'm for bringing back a connection between people and the politicians.
Hi, my name is Linda Lee, and I'm the Democratic candidate for District 23 City Council. What I want to do is build a sustainable future for the people of this city.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to our first French fry. Can you guys eat it now?
Very good.
Okay, are you guys ready for your first question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what is your take on the MTA? What proposals, if you have any?
Oh, this is not hot at all. I really like that. It's almost like, it's almost sweet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like fruit.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Oh, what is your take on the MTA, and what proposals do you have, if you have any?
Well, you know, the MTA is a very important part of New York City life. A lot of people use the MTA. And Northeast Queens in District 23, it's kind of a transit desert. with a lot of inaccessibility to trains, buses, and our plan is to revitalize the Queens MTA and really add some more stops, fix bus routes to make transportation more transportation more effective for all its citizens.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Oh, it's my turn. Sorry. I definitely agree with some of the points Mr. Riley brought up. District 23 is definitely a place that lacks subways and transportations, and that's exactly why we need to fix our infrastructure. We need to make sure that people can get to where they need faster and more efficiently. That's why I plan on expanding select and express bus services, as well as these. I'm sorry, just cut me off.
You guys ready for your next question?
Yes.
Okay. How do you plan to address the current homeless shelter overcrowding issue in New York City? What is your take on the affordable housing situation?
Well, you know, a lot of people in politics often forget that homeless people are New Yorkers too. And what we really need to focus on as a community and as a city government is to support the people that live here, which is the homeless. And I'm a big supporter of reopening a lot of homeless shelters that were closed during the pandemic, and access to healthcare services and mental health care services for our New Yorkers.
I don't know what he means by like homeless people are also people. It doesn't make sense about that. Anyways, moving on. I believe that I support in Housing for Solutions, so I want to get homeless people off the streets and into permanent housing residencies where they can have the support and guidance they need in order to get back on their feet. In addition, I support the eviction moratorium because I feel that people should not be kicked out of their homes due to the COVID situation. As for the affordable housing situation, I feel that everyone should have a better quality. Housing is an important part of our people's quality of life, so everyone should have the right to affordable housing.
Thank you. All right, moving on to our third spice level. Please take a bite of your fry. Oh, that's a lot.
I like spicy food. I can smell the heat.
Nice. Okay. Are you guys ready for your third question?
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna say it anyways. Okay. Debate. You have a chance to tell your viewers why they should vote for you on election day. What makes you better candidate than your opponent?
Well, let me go first. So, you know, I've lived in this community for 40 years. Literally just moved here about a decade ago. And, you know, I really have been involved in my community, and I know the people that I'm representing. You know, Linda Lee said that homeless people aren't people too. Homeless people, all New Yorkers are New Yorkers. All people are people. And, you know, there's just some things that she doesn't understand about, sorry, the connection between politics and the people. I have a background in community service to the Floral Park community, into District 23, and I can better provide for the people in my community.
Oh my God. The reason why I think I'm a better candidate than James Riley, because as he mentioned before in the radio show, he has absolutely no experience in political work.
But I can handle spicy foods though.
Oh wow, that would help you so much in city council. Oh my God. Sorry. Actually, I'm the commissioner of the city council's commission, as well as an active member of the city council 11. So I have prior experience. In addition,
She's just like eating ice cream to me.
Really? Like you weren't coughing
so
before?
Sweet.
Okay.
Perfect.
In addition, I feel that James Riley likes transparency and depth in his solutions. If you look at his website, his policies are a sentence long. Now, if you look at someone who doesn't put the work in the website or the work in what they want to express to the people, how can they be a good city council member? The answer is they can't. Anything to say?
Actually, I do actually. You know, the people need someone that they know, and they need someone that they believe will actually support them. Remember on election day, guys. Choose wisely, vote Riley.
Vote Linda Lee for NYC.
You're welcome for that.
Wow, what a spicy segment. Everyone looked like they had so much fun.
Those fries looked so good.
Agreed. I'm so glad I didn't have to do that. What? At least pretend you're interested.
Fine, I'm interested. Anyways, next week on TNN, we'll be focusing on safety and pandemic response. Until then, stay tuned.
Bye.